Oh,
That
yeah.
would make my life if Prince of Boo wore that hat.
It would, dude. It absolutely would. But right now, Kalamazhu, he's going to have to hold it down for the Midwest, and he's facing Brandon from NorCal, who's letting it rock with these drills right now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, you can just see from the very get-go how confident, what do we call him? Homemade waffle? We call it Young Waff.
Young Waff.
How confident he is, how comfortable he is. When this guy is not in his own head, he's another one of those, like, cerebral players where he can get down on himself.
Right.
And when he does, he's bad. But when he's feeling himself, he is so good.
Right,
he makes such amazing decisions.
When his conscious and his subconscious are not at odds with one another, he is an amazing player.
Yeah.
Right now, that's kind of what we're seeing. Kalamazhu looks a little bit, I want to say a little bit slow in his out of shield game. We're seeing Homemade Waffles hit his shield a lot, and he has not really successfully nared out of it, you know, even wave dashed out of it yet. So Homemade Waffles is going to take the first stock.
Yeah. And you know what? I was just thinking on the topic of him taking notes on Armada at Super Sweet. It is like the opposite of a classroom environment, you know? Like in class, like you have your phone out, and the teacher's like sees you with your phone, you hide it. He was literally sitting there and had a notebook out and was doing all the right things that a student would do.
But at
and
the
then when we
wrong
looked at
time,
him, he
dude.
like put it away as though it was like, you know, the Nintendo DS is out.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
middle of
yeah.
class.
Right. Whereas if he had a Nintendo DS out, it would be like, hey, I got a DS.
Yeah, it's like, hey.
Doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
So I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
Good edge guarding from Kalamazhu.
All right, so maybe, you know, so he did take some notes. Okay, he gets caught rolling, and Homemade Waffle is actually opting to just drill twice.
Yeah.
Drill a very, very strong move versus Peach because it supersedes her crouch cancel down smash, which is a very strong threat versus Fox. If you nair her, which is, you know, one of Fox's, you know, kind of classic moves, she's gonna super armor it with her crouch cancel by holding down, and she's gonna just down smash you for lots of damage. So
Yeah, down smash so good in this game.
yeah, so
But
Homemade Waffle's playing the matchup, I would say, correctly.
After drill, isn't the power of drill is to be crouch canceled, but also that you can shine out of it and follow up with big damage.
With big damage, yeah, that's
and
true.
it seems like you said, you know, Brandon and Young Waff, interestingly, doing drill to drill, things like that.
Yeah.
So I don't think that he's getting the most out of these drills, which are hitting.
True. Absolutely true. And, oh, Kalamazhu
But maybe
actually,
I'm missing something, because you're the Fox Master.
Right, I mean, it could have been that he would...
Ooh!
And the Peach lean back on the forward smash, preventing her from getting hit by the up smash.
I
Nice
call that the wife, dude. Wife hit me with that 700,000 times in like the 2 months that we played.
Interesting.
He just always used the lean back to, you know, slightly evade whatever I was going to do.
Almost the way a Falcon would, right?
Yeah, there are lots of moves in the game that actually do change your hitbox like that, but, you know, they're rarely used as deliberate counters to, like, very well-spaced approaches. But Wife definitely, that was like a part of his plan.
Right. I like to think of it as like a little auto dash dance. Like you're getting...
Yeah, like a little bit more out of your dash.
Yeah, like your character's moving back forward you without you actually having the dash dance. But that's the same concept. You're going to pull back and bait something out and then punish it.
Right.
So Kalamazhu actually sneaking away, making trades that are probably good for Peach, I would say, you know. Just because...
My understanding is that in theory, like, Peach always wants to trade, right?
Pretty much. I mean, unless she's down, right?
Well, even stocks.
Yeah,
when you're even on stocks, Peach wants to trade unless she's gonna die.
Right. So now Kalamazhu's up. A very good nair catching Homemade Waffles coming off the top platform, and now, ooh, gets the grab.
Yeah, it just feels like Waff is not doing tons of damage off his hits. He's getting plenty of hits, but you know, he's got to turn them into stuff.
Right, he's not getting the enders, the combo enders that he needs.
Right.
And Kalamazhu has been starting to get these grabs and stock taking nairs that are just actually killing, and that's, you know, that's the game. Killing and taking the stock is the game.
And we've watched so much Mango Armada. It feels like, you know, we've watched this matchup as it's played at the absolute top level.
Ooh, and bad DI from Homemade Waffles, dying off the fourth throw.
Fourth throw, just like Peach slapping you for being, for acting inappropriately.
Right, for acting a fool, as it were.
Definitely acting a fool. And forward throw, one of the few throws in the game that actually has like lots of killing power at lower percents. I think when I first started playing, forward throw killed at like 100.
Right. Yeah, a
As
very,
you get better
very
DI.
Right, it's extremely DI dependent. If you DI down, you could die at like 50.
Yeah.
And if you DI properly, you'll die at like 150.
Right.
Huge, huge difference. Okay.
But Young Waff switching to Falco, he plays both characters extremely well.
Yeah.
I personally think that his Falco is much better.
I think so too. I think it's, well...
But I don't like when he switches, if that makes sense. Like,
right, because, well, it could be an indication of one of two things. One, he's like, okay, this is the character I need to win the match, and it's what I should be doing. Or 2, it's like, oh, dude, I'm not playing that good. Like, I gotta
Right.
swap to the easier character.
Right.
And if it's the latter, it's a bad look.
Yeah. Then the other thing is, that I think sometimes he thinks about that stuff in the game before, you know? Like while he's playing Fox, he's like, well, I guess I'll play Falco.
Yeah,
And
like,
it's
almost in the middle of the game.
Not
like,
head in the game kind of stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Kalamazhu,
anyway,
by the way, is showing much more aptitude for like some out-of-shield movements that I think were giving him some trouble early in the set. Now he's wave dashing out of shield. He's doing a really good job versus Homemade Waffles with shield pressure. Nice stuff from Kalamazhu pulling ahead. 2 stocks.
did he fist pump? It looked like he may have fist pumped.
Kalamazhu is he wears his emotions on his sleeve. He's that kind of guy. Look at him.
He's moving.
He doesn't act like a I want to say like a stereotypical Peach player. Like he's like a bro. He's you know, he's like, oh my goodness, Homemade Waffles going for these.
Going in, dude.
I'm glad he didn't actually try to hit the up B, by the way, because that was a mile away.
Yeah. And the one thing about this, we just did Melee on Me yesterday, of course, and all the bracket predictions from, you know, from Tapikins, from Jello Guy, was that Homemade Waffles basically has a free ride out to, like, I don't know, like 16th or something like that.
Oh, really?
And this is bracket pools, and if he loses this next stock,
then
he's in loser's bracket.
Absolutely not the case anymore.
Yeah.
Free ride meaning like
they had no, like, you know, maybe he will lose to this person kind of matchups.
Except right now, I mean, so I think what we saw was people sleeping on the Midwest.
Yeah. And I think that Kalamazhu's a great player. I played him at Super Sweet, and we had an extremely close set.
You won, but I mean, he could have won as well, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, right now he's a full stock ahead, and
Young Waff was able to take the last stock. Oh, that
nice
grab!
shield grab.
Peach does so much damage off the grab.
Yeah.
Especially Kalamazhu, you know, he's converting off every one of his grabs. It feels like Waff needs to be like a little bit afraid.
Another thing that I'm seeing from him too that's really good, the way he's getting lasered and he does not care. He's actually acting so well. So a lot of the times he noticed that Homemade Waffles would laser and then kind of run in at him.
Yeah.
And he would jab right after the laser hit stun ended. That time it didn't work, but it's been catching him. So like the laser game, Kalamazhu looks so used to it.
Yeah.
Like he does not get phased by these lasers at all. All right, Homemade Waffles.
The sad thing is that it looks like Homemade Waffles is making a comeback here, but I think that's what Kalamazhu wanted all last stock was to trade, and now, you know, Falco's 1 hit away.
Yeah.
And I don't see him making like one huge combo. He's going to need 2 or 3 good hits.
That's it,
That's it.
2-0 from Kalamazhu over Homemade Waffles. Good stuff to him. A lot of people predicted that Homemade Waffles, you know, would be the
favorite for the pool.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I love Smash Bros. If you love Smash Bros, you should make sure to subscribe to youtube.com/SmashBrosIGN. It's going to be your final destination for trailers, gameplay, and analysis of all the latest Smash Bros content. You should subscribe because it's going to be awesome.